you're a husband, a father, MMA fighter. Thank you, man, for taking time out of your day. I really appreciate this.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me.
So now Typology shows your last fight at Rain FC took place in June of last year. Is that correct? Or did you end up fighting in December of this last year?
No, I fought June 29th was my last one.
Gotcha.
So,
okay. And I wanted to go back a little bit because you had lost like 3 decisions in a row between like May of 2018 and February of 2019. But now you're on this 2-fight winning streak. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
What do you think changed in your training to be on this winning streak now?
Well, really, I just some of those decisions, the way they went, I just knew I had to fight harder and push a little harder in, within the time frame and finish.
Yeah.
More importantly, I mean, there were opportunities for me to finish all 3 of those fights, and I didn't get it done. So I've just really emphasized that and just amped it up a little bit more, my cardio for sure, so I could push a little harder. I think I paced myself a little too much in a couple of those fights.
Gotcha.
And definitely could have done more. So.
Yeah. Well, I was actually sitting cage side for one of those losses at Dominant FC, which I don't know what the judges were watching that fight. You lost to Joey Alzia. Clearly you won that fight, and he ended up giving you the belt there. But what's going through your mind as you're sitting there and they're reading that decision off?
Well, honestly, I thought it was a mistake.
Okay.
At first.
For sure, man.
I sat there and I was like, well, I've won fights that exact same way. So I don't think I've ever been so sure that I won. Yeah, it was bizarre.
The craziest, funniest thing, though, I'm sitting next to one of the judges, and Brian Johnson comes running over right after the decision, says, "That's a bunch of BS, man. I'm going to take you guys." And I'm just cracking up because he's just going off on the judges, man. I love the way that he's protecting and standing firm for his fighters, man. It was so funny.
Yeah, we appealed that decision, it didn't go our way, obviously.
Right.
Unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes. Like I said, I think I probably could have finished that fight if I'd have pushed a little bit harder. But I got a little conservative in there, my shoulder was kind of bugging me, so I didn't, before that fight, so I didn't stand as much as I probably should have, and that I do usually in most of my fights. If you watch me, I like to fight everywhere. I like to bang on the feet, and I like to take it to the ground and smash there. So
yeah.
But yeah, I thought I did enough still.
I did too, man, for sure. Is that a fight that you want to run back, or you just kind of moved on and don't worry about it?
Oh yeah, no. I wanted that back.
Okay.
I was not able to get a rematch. So they actually, he said the night of the fight that that he thought I won, but he tried to kind of go back on that and walk it back a little bit, say that he thought I won after watching it over, which I don't know how he could have thought that, but yeah, they actually said they fought down to my level, so I would definitely like to run that back, but I don't know that that'll happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was unfortunate that it didn't go my way. Unfortunate that I wasn't able to get the rematch, but I think I win that fight every time. So.
Yep. Yeah, I agree, man. So I love to ask this question, but how did you get started in MMA, and what made you decide to start competing?
Well, wrestled most of my life.
Okay.
I wrestled all through high school, was the state champion at Mount Baker High School, way back in 2005. And yeah, I love to compete. I wrestled in college, University of Great Falls. I only did it for a year, and I just regretted the way I left that, and I always wanted to get into MMA for about 4 or 5 years. I just thought about it, never did it. And then finally started training and took a fight like 2 weeks later. Yeah, so that's kind of how I started.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I don't know. I've never been able to get competing kind of out of my system. So.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the reaction from your family when you're like, dude, I want to go get in a cage and go start punching people and pursue this thing?
Yeah. Well, a lot of my family doesn't really, I didn't really talk about it that much at first. I just kind of did it. I still kind of keep it a little bit of a secret from my dad because he doesn't like it too much. But
gotcha.
but I don't keep it a secret as much. That's actually been a hard thing, especially since I went pro. Um, I didn't for a while there. I think I felt a little guilty every time I fought, because I have kids and all that stuff. So I
Yeah.
got other things I need to worry about. But I've kind of just, accepted that this is just who I am. That's what I like to do, and that's actually helped out a lot. Just being more sure of what I'm doing. Not
Yep.
second guessing myself. So
Nice. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, and you train out there at Brian Johnson or Academy of Brian Johnson there, just filled with warriors. Dylan Potter, James Tyson, name a couple of those guys are both warriors and tons more warriors out there. But how much confidence does that give you heading into these fights coming from that camp there?
Oh, a ton, man. The fight starts on the feet, and we have a bunch of tough guys. I mean, walk into Brian Johnson's on a Wednesday, and you're seeing guys go all out. I mean, there's
Yeah.
wars in there, so um, that definitely has helped me out a ton. Going into the fight, being a grappler, coming from a grappling background, I'm always comfortable once we start to mix it up there. But I'm very, very comfortable on the feet now,
Yeah.
and I have, I got big power for a 35er, I it's awesome to get a chance to train with guys like Dylan, Dylan Potter, and we have all sorts of guys
Yeah.
that are really high level strikers. Julian Martin, he's just an awesome kickboxer, and he just went pro, just won his first pro fight.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
Do you have any backstage like rituals or how you feeling before you're walking out to that cage? You ever get fear come over you or nerves hit at you?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You know, definitely. I do a lot of thinking before the fight. But by the time my music hits and I'm walking out, man, I'm ready to go. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing for me is once you make that commitment, that you're going to go through anything that happens in there, and once you make that decision, the rest is easy. You're going to walk through hell to get the win, whatever you got to do. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome, man. And well, I also wanted to ask you because you had messaged or you had made a post recently about your brother who's been missing. And I want to make sure that people that are watching and listening to the show, they get an opportunity to at least keep their eyes out for him. But we'd love to hear what's your brother's name? What's going on with that situation right now?
Yeah, so my brother, his name's Tyler Monteith. He's 30 years old. He went missing on January 5th. The last he was seen was at an IGA up in Whatcom County. Um, and as far as I know, he got a ride there, and he was going to meet somebody there, and then he just disappeared. Nobody's seen him or heard from him since. And it's definitely really a hard thing to deal with. But we're still hoping that he's okay out there somewhere. Hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, but it's it's surreal. But
Yeah.
I hope that he's okay. And anybody in Whatcom County, Skagit County, and really anywhere, he could be anywhere. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, just keep your eyes peeled. We have missing person flyers all over the place that we've had tons of people sharing it all over social media,
Mm-hmm.
which I really appreciate. My whole family appreciates that.
And is the best thing to do if someone sees him, call police or what's the best what's the best route for someone if they catch him or find him out?
Yeah, if you see him at all, just call the police would be probably the best thing to do,
Okay.
or any lead,
Yeah.
anything. So you can call the police. You can do instant. You can message me on Instagram. Let me know, and I can do that also.
Yeah.
But any information would be really awesome.
Okay. Well, we'll be keeping him in our prayers for sure, man. We definitely want to see him back and safe and with his family and you and things like that. So thank you for the update on that. We appreciate that. But when can us fans expect to see you back in the cage, man?
Well, I've had some, just with everything going on lately. You know, I was not able to take a fight in February. I was thinking the Cagesport card coming up,
Yeah.
but I wasn't able to get on that. Um, but April, I've been hearing some stuff with April for Rain FP. I might you never know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
things are always changing, you know, so you don't know for sure. But yeah, my name is in the hat for April.
Okay.
So,
That's awesome. And Rain's a great promotion to fight for, as well as Cagesport. Both those guys that put on really great events. So hopefully us fans will see you back in at Rain there in April then. Wanted to transition to a couple fun questions, if that's all right for you.
yeah.
I've got these pod decks. These are random questions that are for podcasters. They just are crazy questions. Some of them I've read, some of them I haven't. I'm just going to randomly pick one and we'll see if it works out. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know, man. We're going to give it a shot here. I actually
All
haven't
right.
even read most of them, so I have no idea what some of these are. We'll pull this one up. What would you do if you were invisible for a day?
Ooh, man. Uh, well, I mean, really, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what I would do if I was invisible. Nothing creepy, you know. I can say that.
Totally.
So, yeah, you know, I might just walk in a room, you know, feel it out. I guess I don't know what you would do if you're invisible. So that's
You mentioned when your music kicks on, you kind of start feel comfortable as you're walking to the cage. What's your favorite type of music, or do you have a favorite band that you like to listen to?
Well, I don't really have any favorites or anything like that. I just like to come down to bangers. You
Okay.
know, it's kind of funny. You know, I'm a pretty soft spoken person for the most part, but uh, I got a little gangster in me when the music hits. You know, I just start feeling myself, and I just love that. I love that part. You know, so
Yeah.
you know, anything. I mean, I always listened to a lot of Eminem and stuff growing up, but you know, I really don't walk down to too much of that. Just, you know, I could be listening to music and just hear something random. Like last time I came down to some DMX, you know,
Okay.
looked through my eyes, and that was pretty awesome, you know.
Yeah.
But
Very
yeah,
cool.
I'm not too particular about picking my song or anything like that. I could be listening to a song the week before the fight and
Okay.
decide, man, that's the one. So
That's
yeah.
awesome, man. Love it, dude. Love it. I got two more questions for you. This is always a fun question to ask, but who's the fighter that has hit you the hardest, whether it be in training or in a fight?
Ooh, man. Honestly, I think probably, you know, I think the hardest punch I've taken was probably from a guy named Jonathan Arias. And he's real technical southpaw out of Brian Johnson's gym. He's a
Okay.
boxer. Um, but I just kind of walked into a straight shot there, you know, and it definitely, you know, for a second there, you know, things got a little dicey.
Sure.
Julian Martin hits hard.
Okay.
He's one of those guys. He just kind of he's long and rangy, and just you know, those punches tend to hit you before you're able to brace for it. You know, so
Yeah.
that's about it. You know, I
That's
mean,
awesome.
definitely taking some hard shots in the cage,
Yeah.
but nothing that's actually, you know, rocked me.
Last question for you. Khabib versus Ferguson. Who wins that fight?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. I do think I'm not gonna pick against Khabib because you know he's undefeated and for a reason, you know.
Right.
But Tony Ferguson is an animal, man.
Yep.
You know, he's throwing elbow strikes from all over the place, so that's gonna be interesting to see. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go with Khabib.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Uh, I also wanted to give you an opportunity to just give a shout out to coaches, teammates, sponsors, family, whatever you want, man. The camera is all yours, man.
All right. Well, obviously, Academy of Brian Johnson. You know, Brian Johnson himself, the man. You know, all my training partners there. You know, Paul Badru. He is a jiu-jitsu coach of mine, and a real good friend. And he's really helped me come a long ways in my jiu-jitsu. Um, and also my wife, obviously, my kids, my family. I don't have any sponsors. No sponsors yet.
Well, dude, it has been an absolute honor to be able to speak with you today. And it was good to see, again, at least through video, back from a couple years ago when I ran into you. My beard was a little bit shorter. Yeah, it was super cool to have you on the show, man. Thank you so much for your time, man.
Hey, man, no problem. Anytime. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging around. Really appreciate it. If you'd like to see more videos from Top Rated MMA and the Bearded Biz Show, please click the playlist and also hit subscribe to our channel. Become part of the Top Rated MMA and Bearded Biz community. We would really appreciate your support. Also, please leave a comment below. I will read and respond to all of them. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.